Hi, friends. Welcome back. I'm Rebecca Kastl, back with my Sunday message. This is where I tune in to the angels I felt during my spiritual experience and now after and tell you what I hear. It's just to help us all feel better. I feel like it's weird, but I do it because it helps you tell me it helps you feel better. And I do hear this stuff, so I feel like it's not really fair for me to keep it to myself. I am Rebecca Kastl. I had a spiritually transformative experience starting from age 26 to age 28 while I was healing from an assault. And I was on a healing journey, spontaneously wrote that I wanted to live by the light, help other people live by the light, and I wanted to give my life to God. And that just opened up all this stuff for me that I didn't really believe in. But I do this now. I've accepted it. And before I get started with the message, I'm really happy you're here. I have a couple things coming up. Again, my membership I just launched this month. It's been really special. I'd love to have you be a part of it if you feel like this will help you on your journey. And I also have a class on August 8th I'm going to teach. It's going to be really fun. I'm calling it Ascension Tools. And it's basically, I went through all this 20 years ago. Was it ascension? I don't know, but I became a spiritual person. And I'm going to share with you all the stuff that helped me. So you can find the link to sign up below. It's going to be pretty fun. My classes are always really supportive and we get to hang out with each other. And I'll teach you all the things I know about how to navigate an awakening without having to move into the woods. Unless you want to move to the woods, then you can. Okay, let me get started and see what I'm hearing today. Okay, so this is interesting as someone who's doing this work, but I'm hearing why do you keep outsourcing your thoughts, your opinions, your own experience to other people outside of you when your heart really has all the answers? I'm here as a guide. Other people can be here as guides, but there are people who are giving you information or opinions that are based on their own filters. You need to decide what's right for you. No one else can tell you that, not even me. Your heart is connected at all times, and you can tune into it and hear what's right for you. It's not complicated. It doesn't happen in your head. It happens in your heart. And that's why it can be scary to go in the heart. This is all the stuff I'm hearing. Because sometimes when you start to try to feel your heart, you do have to uncover and heal whatever's on top of it, or whatever is blocking you, or whatever traumas you have, or wounds. You don't have to do it all at once, but when you start to get into the heart space, sometimes people avoid it because that requires you to really look at yourself. But once you get to all the way under it, all the way into your heart, it's just total love and peace and joy, which is what I found. So don't be afraid to really get to know yourself at the heart level. You don't need anything special to do this. You don't need a membership, even though I have it. You don't need like anything. You just need to feel your heart and center. Try to start to feel the awareness in your heart and what's there, and just be gentle with yourself. You can ask your angels and source and God for help. This is such a natural part of life, but because we've been on the earth, because we've been taught and trained to ignore our hearts throughout most of our lives, it can seem very confusing and strange, but it really is just very simple, and it's kind of quieting the mind and getting back into the heart space. Each one of us has different tools that help us do this, but find the tools that work for you or the teachers that work for you. There's so many amazing teachers and books out there and practices. Remember, it comes back to you and your heart. It's not about anything outside of you. Because when you change your internal experience, you're going to change your external experience. So if a lot is showing up in your life that you're trying to hide from, or it seems like people are getting angry at you, or you're getting triggered a lot, just take a step away from all of that and try to feel your heart and center in it. We've all been placed in our lives in the perfect places for our own perfect awakenings and our own perfect journeys. This is not necessarily going to make sense in your mind, but it makes sense to your soul, to your angels and guides, your team, and to your heart. And just take it one step at a time. So ask yourself how you're feeling about something. It can be scary to look at how we're feeling about things, but I've read this and I'm hearing this again, like feelings are a gateway to the soul. So once you start to get honest about how you're feeling, then you can, feel into your feelings and, feel past the negative feelings. Cause I've also read that I think the negative feelings aren't actually feelings. They're based on thoughts. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there about all this. But I'm hearing that that's true. And you are love at the core of your heart and at the core of your being. Every great spiritual teacher teaches this. Most people who've had an NDE will repeat this as well. Love is who you are. And stop trying to hide from love. And when you do step into this love, which is what we're all headed towards, I hope, you just feel so light and so free and so joyful. And they're just showing me like feeling full of light, like throwing things up in the air, feeling happy, feeling laughing. They're showing me these beautiful images of people like and how light we can really feel when we connect with this love and realize that that's who we truly are. Interesting. So they're showing me this two, like the mental space, the stories we have as humanity and getting lost in our heads about them. And it's kind of down here, but when you step into the heart space and step up into the experience of the love, that's when you can really just feel this joy. And it's not, trying to get mired in thoughts and reasoning, that has its place, but not really on the spiritual journey. I don't think. Maybe a little bit, but getting into that heart space and you just kind of bounce up from there and can really align with yourself. And the world of thoughts in this way is like can be a world of confusion and dead ends and tangles and getting muddled. And no one deserves to feel bad or feel lost or feel stuck. But again, like if you're not feeling joy or you're not sure how to feel this love space, don't also beat yourself up over that. It can take lifetimes to feel this, or it can take time to get into that place of feeling the love in your heart. But even wanting it or desiring it is a indication that you're ready and that you can do that. It's not supposed to be elusive forever. They're showing me anytime you're thinking a negative thought about someone, look at yourself because we're all reflections for each other. So are you looking at someone and thinking negative things? Look back at you and see what's going on. I mean, that doesn't mean to not have discernment or not, have choices about what you align with. But if there's something that's really needling you and getting at you and you're thinking about it all the time, you really need to look at what's going on with you because this world is an illusion and we're all playing parts for each other. And the more you dislike something or like have a strong emotion about it, even a negative one, the more it's in your life. So if it's something you don't like or you don't want around, just be a little more neutral towards it or just let it go, accept it, because that kind of clears it out of your experience. But the more you're feeling negative towards something, sometimes that's about us. Often it's about us. Everything we're doing is like our own experience. And hello, I'm glad to show up in your dream space with this video. Okay, let's see. You can start to write down what you want or what you're desiring in this life. Dream your dream, like dream your dream life. What do you want? Like write it down or say it. You're here to fulfill your dreams and to have a beautiful experience in the physical. And stop letting limitations define you. You can start with baby steps towards what you really want. You can have your big dream. And your dreams are put there, I believe, by God, by the creator, by source. Like you have these dreams because you're supposed to do things that are that dream. So don't push them away because you think they're impossible. Just have your big dream and start taking steps towards it. Nothing is impossible. There's way more out there than we can even imagine. And we can have our dreams. What about those who are suffering? There's a lot of suffering on our planet. It seems like it's continual. I would love for it to stop. Um, but what I'm hearing is we can't determine what someone else's life path or purpose is, or we can't always see the full picture for each soul. But alleviate suffering in the way you can in your sphere or however you're called to show up. No one suffers forever. And every suffering has an eventual purpose. It's always going to turn. The wheel's going to turn in the wheel of eternity. But wherever you feel called to serve, wherever you feel called, like you can show up and help with any kind of suffering, please do it. But you don't fix the suffering of the world by just worrying about it, sitting there worrying. You can fix it by your own spiritual development, by taking action in the world. Again, by doing all those beautiful, loving, kind things, showing up as a kind neighbor, friend. That really does have a domino effect. Just one kind word. But the same with unkind words or unkind actions also have a domino effect. So if you're feeling like you can't really change the world the way you'd like to, just start being a little kind to people you run across, or forgive a friend, or make amends, or take care of nature, a patch of nature. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be that big. It can just be a little bit. You're needed. Your soul is needed. Your joy is needed. Your beautiful presence on this planet is needed, or you wouldn't be here. And we're so glad you're here. And please keep developing this connection for yourselves. Not one of you doesn't have this connection. We all have it. And it's really getting to know it for yourself. I teach classes on this periodically. I'll teach another one soon. But, there's many different ways, but it really comes down to getting quiet and feeling what's there for you, recognizing what's your thoughts and what's your inner heart knowing, and going on that journey. And we're all learning together. And we all have different ways and different purposes. Some people are meant to be a teacher for many about this. But wherever you are on the spectrum, you have this connection and you can develop it and sit with it and learn what's true for you and align with your heart and show up as love. Your heart is dearly needed right now. And the more you can show up as love, the more our planet shifts more quickly. I'm hearing we're not doomed and we're not condemned, but we are transitioning, and that might look like some upheaval for a while. But they actually don't ever want me to really talk about that. Like, as soon as I start to talk about that, they're like, no, just talk about being loving, because that's actually what makes the difference. As soon as we start focusing on all the fear and the upheaval and things that might be happening, we give more power to it. And I'm not denying that it exists. I know that it exists. But, you listening right now, go be a loving person. Go be kind. Go be joyful. Go be yourself. Go explore your passions and give back to your community. It's that simple. It's that small that really makes a difference. Okay, I think that's it. Wow. I'm going to let y'all sit with this. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.